Hi, thanks for your interest in the suspended plank salmon. The first thing I'd like to do is introduce you to the material that we need to make this happen. This is my hickory plank. It's suspended upside down by these over the fire. This is an older piece of hickory that I've had for many years. You can see that there are screws that are offset on either side where you'll be wiring the salmon on. The next thing I'd like to do is introduce you to the spices that we'll be using. So if you'll come this way, the first thing we'll do is oil the board with a good quality toasted sesame oil. The sesame seeds we'll be using last. The first thing we're going to use is a smoked alder salt. This salt is a coarse salt that we're going to grind, and I just want to show you this right here. It's a coarse salt that we're going to grind. The first thing that we'll do is we'll take about that much for a half side of salmon. Put that into a grinder, set it aside for right now. The other things we'll use are cayenne pepper, garlic powder, basil leaves, and oregano. Finally, we'll finish the salmon with sesame seeds, both white and black. But the next thing I need to do is show you the barbecue. I cook with a green egg. I start at 350. The coals are well seasoned and ready to go. The next thing we'll do is we'll spice the salmon and then place it on the coals. Some of the toasted sesame oil to season the wood and to protect the wood during the time that it's in the barbecue. The next thing we'll do is we'll add the salmon. You'll see here that I use a skinned salmon. You can use it with or without skin, and either. Once the salmon's on the plank, what we'll do is we'll start adding spices. I like to start with the salt, and I leave it in a fairly coarse grind. It's really nice to get a little blast of salt crispy on this every once in a while. So you'll spread it evenly across the salmon. Then we'll add the garlic powder, cayenne pepper, basil, Turkish oregano, and then finally the sesame seeds. I'll catch you when we're done with that. Okay, so as we finish up white and black sesame seeds, you can see that the fish is well encrusted in herbs. That's garlic powder, red pepper, basil, oregano, white and black sesame seeds, and that's all being pressed into that toasted sesame seed oil that we put right on top of the fish. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to lash it down with picture wire. And this is a stainless steel picture wire. You can use it again and again. It washes really beautifully in the dishwasher. So to get this started, again, I mean, you've got this back and forth kind of thing. So once you have this down, what I do is I go to the far side and then come across, making it tight, far side and across. You make sure that you try not to scrape the wire across the fish. It'll rub the herbs right off of it. And then finally right there. Okay, the grill's at 350. next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this on the grill. We use a green egg, but you could also use a Weber, you could use a gas grill, you can use whatever it is. But what you're going to want to do now is have this at 350 for 25 minutes. And we'll see you then. 25 minutes later, let's see how we're doing. Make sure you're well protected. There it is. You can see that it's nice golden brown. Alright, so the last thing we have to do is as you pull the wire off, sometimes it really helps to run a fork down the end of the wire so that it doesn't pull the salmon apart and it doesn't pull the herbs off the salmon. It's also fairly hot, so it's nice to be able to do it with a fork rather than your fingers. You can either serve this whole on a platter, or you can take it right off onto the plate. Okay, so thanks for asking. Enjoy. I like it with a dry rosé. So, bon appetit.